Chosen vessels, what's the deal? I need every vessel to hit that like button, hit the share button. Don't forget to subscribe. Let's get right into it. Shout out to the Galactic Family, Drew Nation, and the GCVs. How are you going to ignore someone and try to be them at the exact same time? Narcissists are the jack of all trades. Let's get into it. It's nothing wrong with people ignoring you. It's nothing wrong with somebody acting like you're not even there. Most of us would probably appreciate that more than anything else, especially if you don't have anything good to bring, if you don't have any good energy to bring to the table. Just act like I'm not even there. But people are different. There are narcissistic people, and for the sake of this video, we're going to discuss what the meaning of this title is really trying to say. If you are aware of somebody that is copying you, all right, like doing weird things, like when you are like being gang stalked by a narcissist, they will wait for you. They'll listen to what you're doing. They'll study you. They'll try to manipulate your thinking, all right, without even saying anything. That's why they're the jack of all trades. It's real evil, but it's like it's a lust for power kind of thing, and they're trying to get power from you by doing this. They will, and it's just to get attention. They'll like and they listen to what you do, they study what you do, they monitor you, and they just like have you under like a surveillance. They're aware of like how you dress, what you wear, things like that, what you do. But when they are like popping out, when they're like waiting for you, when say you like are going to the gym or you're going to like your place or wherever you're going, if there are people who are trying to get you to pay attention to them, and it's like they're copying what you're wearing, copying what you're doing, like you put your phone to your ear, they put their phone to their ear kind of thing. It's like it's not that ironic for somebody to be having a conversation, but it's like when people do things right when you do it or right after you do it, it's like, and they're standing in eye shot or ear shot, it's like they're trying to get your attention. So basically, if you speak to these people, you're going to be giving them your power. So stay away from people like this. People like this aren't friends. People like this, you should not associate yourself with them. Um, all they're trying to do is like they're just trying to come up off your energy and steal it. So you have to avoid people like this. They're not the most positive people in the world, and you just, as a positive person that's not fake, you just don't want people in your life like this. You just don't want to be associated with somebody like this. You want to leave people like this alone. People like this are fake, and they're not good for a real person. People like this will try to take advantage of you. All right, people like this will basically, they'll try to act like they're God in your life. All right, when people uh don't even acknowledge you, but they put themselves in your vicinity for you to see them, or they know that people will talk to them like that, and it's like this is how they get people to talk to them, and people get people to worship them because they know they ain't nothing special. You know what I'm saying? Not trying to be rude or say anything bad about a person, but they know that they're not the best person to be associated with. Let's just put it that way. So what they have to do is, because they have, this is what people who do, this is what people do that don't have anything to offer. And it's like they don't have anything to offer, that like conversation wise, energy wise, and just nothing to offer at all. It's like substance wise, like the type of person that they are, type of things that they think. They don't have much to offer except for their appearance, what they look like, their looks, all vain things. Like they don't have anything to offer. It's nothing that they could offer you with a conversation. They can't talk about anything spiritual or enlightening, or they probably wouldn't want to have a conversation about God or something. Like people like this, they lack substance, and they have a lack mindset. They lack substance and they have a lack mindset. So it's best to just disassociate with people like this, because what they're trying to do is they're trying to steal your light. All right, they're trying to steal your light, and they want you to pour into them. All right, people like this, they want you to pour into them. They want you to treat them like they're the next best thing that ever could have happened to you. All right, it's a power trip. They want you to worship them. When you speak to people like this, when you acknowledge people like this, you're not just saying hi to someone. You're not just acknowledging someone. You're feeding a demon. All right, you're putting light. You're putting energy into something that does not deserve it. All right, you're basically just giving out just your life force for free to somebody that doesn't, to where it doesn't need to be. All right, and people like this, they know what they're doing. They know that they're taking your energy and things like that, and they know that you're too good for them. That is a sign when somebody doesn't even look at you or speak to you or act like you're not there, but they're putting themselves in your area so you see them or whatever, or so you could give them attention, or they could get attention from you. This person knows that they're not worthy, they're not deserving of you. Not to say anybody should be worshiping anybody, but if somebody was to be worshipped, it should be the other way around, because at least they would be able to. And not to say we should be worshipped, because the only person you should worship is God. But since we have a connection to God, and we worship Him, it's like you at least you'd be able to have something to, like, not to let me not put it that way. You shouldn't worship nobody, but it should be the other way around. They should be acknowledging you. That's what I'm saying. All right, they should be acknowledging you because you're the one who has something to offer. You're the one who can provide some intelligence, provide some structure, provide something that they could walk away with. You could enlighten them with a enlightening conversation. All right, they haven't like enlightened themselves. They don't like knowledge. All right, Bible talks about people like that. They don't honor knowledge and things like that. They think it's foolish. They think it's dumb. So it's like they know they have nothing to offer. So that's why they'll just and you're like, hi, hey, how you doing? Yeah, you think this is your coworker. You think this is somebody that you could vibe with. You think this is somebody you could talk to. But I figured that out the hard way. It's nothing that you will have in common with this person. Most likely, when they get away from you, they'll be talking about you, laughing at you, having bad things to say about you, using what you tell them against you, using the type of person that you are against you. All right, they'll be plotting on their next move, on how to get more energy from you or resources or whatever they can get. All right, whatever they can get their hands on. All right, anything like that. It's just, you don't want to be around people like that. It's toxic. It's toxic energy. It's toxic for you. It'll drain you. It'll bring your spirit down. It'll make you tired. All right. By the time you get done talking to them or dealing with them, you'll probably doubt yourself. You'll probably doubt who you are. You'll probably walk away feeling anxious, thinking there's something wrong with you. All signs that you should not have been talking to that person. All right, so it's just real easy. Like, after you, like, when you're an outgoing person and you're just like nice to people, you discover like, oh, okay, I gotta draw that back. I gotta kill this nice guy stuff. I gotta kill this nice people stuff. I gotta be outgoing, where the energy is reciprocated and not just tolerated. All right, so it's all about feeling the vibe out, feeling people out, and it comes with time, and you learn it after a while. But like, early in like my dealings with people and stuff like that, and I like people. I don't hate people or anything. I'm just able to, like, it's like people science kind of thing. It's like you could pick up on people's energy, you could read people's energy real well, and it's like, notice like, oh, okay, that's one of them type of spirits. And it's like, you don't have anything against them. It's just like you just don't deal with them. And you may go through a little period where you don't rock with people, but not everybody's like that, and not all people are the same. There are good people out there, there are good spirits out there, and you want to be associated with good, godly people. You don't want to be associated with anybody that acts like that. So it's like, you think you're trying to make a friend or trying to talk to somebody, but it's no point when somebody acts like that, especially if they don't even acknowledge you. That's a red flag. If somebody keeps trying to get attention from you, but they're not acknowledging you, it's like they want you to speak to them. Don't even waste your time talking to that person. All right, you'll probably talk to them, and they probably won't even say anything. And that's another thing. If somebody puts themselves in front of you or something like that, and you speak to them once and they don't speak again, don't ever say nothing again. You don't have to keep trying to talk to people like that. Like, don't be that polite to people who don't deserve it. All right, don't be that polite, period. But don't be that person that keeps trying to talk to people or be buddies with people or make friends with people. It's like, if people don't like you, they don't like you, and you don't have to force yourself on them, and you don't let anybody force themselves on you. But the thing about them is they seek people out who are alone. And it's like they know that, oh, this person wants somebody to talk to. Like, they're weird. That's weird. That is weird, man. They're weirdos for that. I'm not coming at nobody's personality or, trying to put nobody down, but that's weird, yo. It's like you seek people out who would appreciate a conversation, or who would want to reach out and talk to somebody. Or, they feel you out. They know you got good vibes. They know you have good energy. They know that if they were a good person, or if they were to speak to you, you would talk back to them. But just over time, like dealing with people, and how I used to be and how I was, it just like taught me to just like, yo, I just gotta keep, this is for me. This ain't for everybody. Like, my energy is not for everybody. It's for me. A lot of people will misuse it, abuse it, and like don't, because they will misuse it and abuse it. So it's not good. You don't have to. There's nothing to be confused about. It's nothing that you don't understand. It's just that the one thing you don't understand is just that some people are evil, and you can't comprehend how other people don't act like how you act, because you're not an evil person. And that's all it is. There are people who, will want to manipulate and things like that. And there are people who think they're above other people. See, you don't think you're above nobody. You don't think you're above nobody. You see yourself as being on the same level as everybody else. Not everybody looks at it that way. There are people who feel that you're above them, and because they feel you're above them, they look at you like you're beneath them, or they're going to treat you like you're beneath them. All right. So when some people who have little jealousy issues and things like that, they haven't, worked on themselves. If you have worked on yourself and you harness more light, and they can see that, they're going to try to, number one, steal it from you. And number two, if you are like, like the type of person that speaks to people, the type of person that treats people with respect, the type of person that acknowledges people and things like that, people will use that as a weakness, and they'll use that to walk all over you. They'll take that as a sign of weakness. They'll try to people will just try to like misuse you, and it's like it makes them feel more powerful if they could put themselves in your area, your little vicinity, and they know you are outgoing. They'll know you speak to somebody. They see you alone. They know you would want a friend or something like that, and it's like they put themselves near you. You speak to them, and they don't say nothing, because that gives them a sense of power. It's like, oh, he tried to speak to me, or oh, she tried to speak to me. I'm not going to say anything, because I'm going to try to make this person feel that I'm going to try to make this person think that I'm better than them. And it's like they're used to people that haven't, I guess, gone through the fire or gone through the muck and mire. And it's like, in the past, you probably would have kept seeking that person out, or you probably would have kept trying to be friends with that person, or you probably would have cared what they thought. Like, oh, this person, like, oh, you don't want to be my friend or whatever. Or, oh, I'm just trying to be your friend. I'm just trying to talk to you. I'm just, it's like you are just trying to talk to them. You are just trying to create conversation, but it's not even worth it. People abuse that. People take your energy and they just leave. And it's like they're not reciprocated. They're not reciprocating. They're not going to reciprocate anything back. And it's probably because they're not able to. It's probably because they're not on your level. They know they're not, so they don't say anything, instead of try to learn something from you, or try to talk to you, or try to grow. It's like they're just, we was all in our darkness at one point, but it's like it's different levels of it, but some people, that's just how they are. They just will be disrespectful in the sense of, somebody talk to me, I'm just not gonna say nothing back. And it's different. It's levels to it. It's different than somebody that's trying to force themselves on you. And every time you see this person's all up in your face trying to talk to you, even when it looked like you don't want to be bothered. That's different. All right. When people are, you could recognize somebody as an energy vampire, and you're like, yo, I probably shouldn't talk to that person. That's different. All right. But when somebody is just there, and it's just like, hey, what's up, and it's like they don't speak, kind of thing, because they, like, you get the vibe that, oh, this person thinks they're better than me. Don't waste your time with people like that. You don't have to be friends with that person. You don't have to keep talking to that person. Don't, you know what I'm saying, don't flip out on them like, oh, you don't want to talk to me. Don't do any of that mess. But just leave it at where it's at. Call a spade a spade. Like, oh, okay, you're the type of person that would put themselves near someone and get close to them, and to the point to where somebody would speak and then just not speak. Like, that's corny. And you just leave it at that. Like, okay, cornball, and just, move on with your life. So it's like and it's all because they want to try to take, they want to try to feel good because of you. And it's like they know that you feel good, and when you talk to people and stuff like that, they know they feel good. But a lot of it probably is too is that they know they know they can't make you feel good back. So it's like that's another reason probably why they just don't say anything. Some of it is jealousy, some of it is them trying to appear better than other people, but a lot of that too could be them just trying to save face, them not trying to, look bad, or trying to be, or trying to feel like, they're less than or whatever. So some of it is like jealousy and envy and people trying to act like they're better, and other versions of it is people just trying to save face and not trying to acknowledge like what they have to deal with or work on themselves. But hey, everybody is working on themselves. Everybody's a work in progress. I'm still a work in progress. And, I have to look at things a little bit better and deal with things a little bit better, but it is what it is. We're all working on ourselves. So don't take it personal. Try not to take it personal. I know it's not easy. As an empath, you may feel things a little bit more than other people feel things, that like somebody might be able to let that roll off their back. Somebody else may feel totally disrespected. But at the end of the day, you're just a work in progress. Keep working on yourself. Keep being as positive of a person as you could be. And, just keep becoming better. All right. I'd like to thank you for listening to this message. Thank you for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one. Peace, love, and light. Everybody hit the like button, hit the share button, and don't forget to subscribe because we're all the way live. All right. And shout out to the tribe. I'll see you in the next one. We out.